Hi, my name is Troy Monroe, and thank you for joining me for this segment of Raw 101. I'm your health coach, and today we're going to be talking about the benefits of superfoods. I'm going to give you a list of some of the best superfoods on the planet that are healthy, powerful, and raw. I'll see you on the other side. Hello and welcome back to Raw 101. Today we're going to talk about superfoods, and I'm going to share with you 12 of some of the very best superfoods in the Western Hemisphere. Now, some of these fruits and vegetables you can get year-round, and others by the season. And the reason they're called superfoods is because the nutrient value in these foods are higher than most other foods and work to fight against chronic illness and degenerative diseases in a way that's bringing healing to millions of people who began to eat them on a regular basis. And so that's why I want to share them with you. But before we get into our subject matter, I want to share with you a video clip from a Dr. Michael Cowper, who is a naturopath, who talks about some of the meat products that are very popular, and I call them super popular foods, because when it comes to meat, we have a tendency to think that we cannot live without some portion of meat in our meals. And he brings to light some interesting information. And you have to know that meat products are probably one of the most destructive things or portions or food products that you could possibly put in your body. And this man brings to light some very, very startling information that I think will be pertinent for you to listen to. You might want to get a pen and paper and write down this information, and also throughout this particular video, because there are going to be slides that have information that you're definitely going to want to write down as we deal with superfoods. But first, let's take a look at what Dr. Cowper has to say about meat and the categories of meat and how that's affecting Americans today.
This is a quotation I saw in medical school by Thomas Edison. It said, "The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but instead will interest his patient in the care of the human frame, in diet, and in the cause and prevention of disease." Now, the North American diet has changed. This is not going to be a technical lecture, but I did want to show you this one graph because there are some very significant lines here. The two top lines, the lavender line and the yellow line, are the amount of plant-based foods that are consumed in the United States and in Canada as well. And this is back in 1909. You can see we were eating a lot of grain products. We were eating almost 300 pounds of wheat and barley and other grain products, and almost 200 pounds of potatoes a year. Look what happened in the intervening 85 years. Our consumption of wheat and grain products have fallen to half of their 1909 level, and our potato consumption has fallen to half of their 1909 level. Look what happened to the amount of flesh foods that we are eating. The amount of milk we consume has more than doubled. Our beef consumption has gone up by 50%, and our chicken consumption has gone up by 280%. We are eating a tremendous amount of animal flesh, and we have essentially exchanged a plant-based diet for a meat-based diet. And the results have been just disastrous for both our health and the environment. Consider how much animal flesh most North Americans eat. In their lifetime, the average meat-eating American is going to eat 15 cows. Going to eat 24 hogs. Will eat 12 sheep. She will eat 900 chickens. And 1,000 pounds of assorted animals that either swam in the water or flew in the air. That is a tremendous amount of animal flesh to be pouring through the human bloodstream year after year. No wonder we wind up with clogged arteries and high blood pressure and cancers and a lot of other diseases, and I'll show you how those two are related.
So there we have it. If that is not an argument for changing one's diet to a more plant-based diet, I don't know what is. I mean, I see myself as a person that has, through the years, from my birth till about 15, 16, 17 years old, eating many, many chickens, and I know I've eaten at least half a cow and half a pig. So just think what 40, 50, 60 years of continuing a standard meat-based diet would do to my body. That's not where I want to be. So by making the change, by changing the fuel from a standard meat-based diet to a standard plant-based diet has made the difference in my life. And my health right now is phenomenal. And it all goes back to what I believe is God's program, which is to eat the food that comes from the ground. The more raw food you eat, the better off you'll be. And it's only as you begin to move in that direction that you'll see improvement in your health. So now let's get to our subject, which is the 12 superfoods. And our first on the list is garlic. These will go frame by frame, so make sure you have a pen and paper handy so you can take notes. And at the end of the frames, I will come back in and conclude our session. Welcome back. As you can see, you have a good list, and I hope you took notes of some of the best superfoods here in the western part of the world. Again, they are available throughout the year. Some of them are seasonal, but definitely you want to take advantage of these foods. And the reason why I ask that, or I say that, is because of this. Did you notice that most of these foods are cancer fighters? Most of them are cancer fighting foods. And I believe that's why they're classified as superfoods from my perspective, because they're cancer fighting agents. So you definitely want to add this to your food regimen throughout the day, and hopefully throughout the rest of your life, as our society and our environment is being bombarded with radiation. At any rate, I want to continue to encourage you to continue your 30-day raw food challenge. This is definitely, again, a step in the right direction. It's not easy making a change, but nothing comes without effort. So I want to encourage you to, if you fall down, just get back up and move forward. Again, my name is Troy Monroe. I'm your health coach, and thank you for joining me for this segment of Raw One-on-One. And as we always say, and we'll say it again, now go and eat the right thing.